Good morning, everybody. Welcome again to another edition of the Silver Surge Sports Enthusiast Pop Culture Channel. I am once again your host, Silver Surge. Today's episode will focus primarily on a Arizona Diamondbacks exclusive that was given away at the San Diego Padres versus Diamondbacks game a week and a half ago on April 21st. It is, surprise, surprise, another bobblehead, which is mostly what I share because I have so many of them, but this one has a really good story behind it, as do most of them. Um, but anyway, without further ado, let me jump right into it. This bobblehead was made in Archie Bradley's likeness. He's our relief pitcher. He wears number 25 on our team, and he is one of the most down-to-earth, friendliest players you'll ever meet. He absolutely loves his fans. He loves people in general. He's a very sociable person. He interviews well, and let's not forget that giant beard he has, which is why people say fear the beard. He's become a national symbol, I guess, with that beard. It's really funny because there's been plenty of pitchers in the leagues that have big ass beards, but he's got this giant red beard, and it looks really cool. And it's funny because, like I said, Archie wasn't really well known when he first started here for the Diamondbacks a couple years ago. He was just another pitcher that was coming up big out of the minors, and we recruited him in the draft, and he was known early on by getting hit in the face with a pitch. It ended up swelling up his face. Um, but after that, he just turned into this sensational relief pitcher that everybody loves because he's so nice to everybody. And then he grew out this giant beard, which is like defining for him, and it looks really really badass on him. And surprisingly, he's only 25 years old. I thought he was older than that, but he's only 25 years old, and which is my age. So we're literally the same age. I think he's like a couple months older than me, but I thought that was kind of funny. And he's from like this small town called Muskogee, Oklahoma. So he's a country guy, homegrown, out there in the boonies. But he's just phenomenal individual. And anyway, so the highlighting the game now, he ended up being a hero. Excuse me. He ended up being a hero in last year's NL wildcard game. The Diamondbacks made the playoffs for the first time in 6 years, and we played the Colorado Rockies in that game. And it started off really good because Paul Goldschmidt, I think in like the first inning, hit a 3-run home run, and we ended up getting like a 3 spot early on, and then we got it up to 6, and the Rockies were just reeling and like, what the hell's going on? And then Zach Greinke, kind of our ace, he ended up kind of unraveling and having a meltdown and left them back in the game. So after that, it turned into a very competitive, fierce, back and forth affair. It was like a they score, we score every inning type affair, and we actually had to pull in Robbie Ray, which was he was supposed to start another game, but we had to pull him in because we really needed him bad. And it was a crazy game, and I think the final score was 11-8. But the big moment was in the 8th inning when Archie came up to bat, and I think we had players on base. We had first and second, and the moment the bobblehead signifies is he hits a triple, and he gets 2 players home, and he goes all the way to third, and it just ignited the entire ballpark, and it kind of it was the final momentum we needed to put the nail in the coffin, put the Colorado Rockies away, and advance from the wild card game. And it was a fantastic experience, and in his likeness, they made him this little bobblehead, which there was 20,000 of these little babies given away. Like I said, on the 21st of April, and it's phenomenal. It's obviously Archie Bradley. It's presented by Gila River Casinos. It's him standing on top of third plate after he gets his triple, and look at that beard. It's just it's the details are so awesome. It looks so cool. He's got his faux hawk that he had during that year, and it just looks really fantastic. The details. He's got even little dirt scuffs on his pants from when he slid into third. It's so cool. So anyway, without further ado, let me play for you his audio clips, because this is actually a special bobblehead. This is the first in Diamondbacks history, a audio bobblehead. It's got the play calls from announcer Greg Schulte and his partner, and as he hits the triple, and then the crowd reaction after he does it. So I'll play them first, one at a time. Oh, it's off. Hold on. There we go. And then the third one is the crowd chanting after he hits it. Anyway, you get the idea. So, it's really, really cool that they made a bobblehead so unique like this for Archie Bradley's historic moment in Diamondbacks history. Unfortunately, in the next round, we got swept by the Dodgers because we kind of fell apart. But this moment was so phenomenal. Ended up being the highlight of the season for sure. And that game was probably the best of the season for sure. So it only makes sense to give Archie this really, really awesome bobblehead made. And obviously, it perfectly depicts his uniform he was wearing that night. The Bradley 25 on the back. He's pointing to the fans on third. And yeah, so it's just, oh, I love this bobblehead so much. Now, to the nitty-gritty details, what was really cool about this experience was I wanted to get there early, as I do always, to make sure I would get one. I mean, there were 20,000, so I was pretty comfortable I was going to get one, but I took my parents along. I dragged them. They didn't really want to go, but I dragged them anyway, and I ended up walking away with 3 of these guys. But the real cool part was I wanted to do something that I haven't done before at a ball game. I wanted to try to go out of my way to get something signed, and I thought that would be really fun to do, and I was going to try to get Archie Bradley to sign his bobblehead. So I went into the ballpark to the left baseline at the wall where there was a big group of fans already clustered together waiting, and my parents had to go back to the car because my mom forgot her long vision glasses, I guess. And it's cool because they came back to the turnstiles and they got 2 more bobbleheads. So I walked away with 5 of these freaking bobbleheads. And I don't need that many. I only wanted like 3. So I ended up selling one of them, and one of them I'm going to give away to somebody. Excuse me, very soon. And then I'm going to just have my 3 like I had originally intended. But anyway, while they were going back to get my mom's glasses from the car, I went down to try to get Archie's autograph. And he was signing autographs for other fans, but they were behind center plate, so we couldn't really reach him. It was like a specific group of people that were in a line that was in a. It was God, I don't even know how to describe it. Cautioned off, I guess, or blocked off. I don't know. It was just a line of people that were on the field. They had exclusive access. Sorry, I didn't mean to drag that out. I don't know why I had a hard time saying that. But anyway, so those people were getting their signatures, and then Archie went back into the dugout, and I was like, crap! Is he going to come back out before the game starts? And some of the fans were reassured. They're like, yeah, he already said he'll come back out, and I'm sure he's going to want to sign these autographs for people because he loves his fans, like I was saying earlier in the video. So I waited and I waited and I waited. I got really nervous because I was not sure he was going to come back in time. And then, of course, there was a pregame recognition for all these, like, 30 minor league, little leaguer teams, and they were walking alongside the field. And of course, my specific spot that I was hunkered down in trying to get Archie's autograph was a door in the wall that opens up to let the kids get off the field and on into the stand. So I had to scooch to the side with this girl I was talking to and kind of get squished while this wave of children and their parents were walking in this parade on the field and then getting off. And so by that time, there was only like 10 minutes left before the game was going to start soon. And finally, Archie came back out to sign autographs. But the thing that was stressing me out was that he stayed in one spot. So he was staying in one spot, and everybody was throwing their stuff at him, and he wasn't moving down the line to sign autographs like I thought he was originally going to do. So people were like, sign my baseball, sign my cap, sign my bobbleheads. So I was like, if I stand in this one spot, I'm not going to get his bobblehead. And I was like, or his signature. It's like, I need to move. And so I was like, I'm not going to wait here. And I was so nervous that I was sweating profusely, and it got into my tear duct, it got into my eyes, so my tear ducts. So I started, like, getting teary-eyed from the sweat. And then I looked down at my thumb, and I was bleeding. And it was because I was so ridiculously nervous. I was picking at my thumb, and I didn't even realize it, and I tore some skin off, and I was bleeding. So I literally poured my blood, sweat, and tears into trying to get an Archie Bradley autograph, which is kind of hilarious. But it ended up working out because my gamble paid off. I moved my way over to the area that he was in, and there was a big crowd there, and I was like, God dang it, I'm so close. He's signing stuff like just like 6 feet away from me. I was like, please. So bless his heart, this little kid in front of me saw me, and he was like, "Hey, do you want me to have him sign your stuff for you? Because I can do that." And I was like, "Yes, please." So he asked for my stuff. I handed it over the crowd of people, and one by one he took both of my bobbleheads because I had two on me that I had opened from the box. And Archie looked down and he was like, "Oh," and he signed that one, and then he signed the other one, and he handed them both back to me. So I walked away with two Archie Bradley autographs on two different bobbleheads. One of them I kept in the box, but this is one of the autographs you can see right here. There it is. That's a little cleaner. So I was very, very happy and proud to get two Archie bobbleheads signed in his likeness. It was phenomenal because he's my favorite Diamondbacks player just because of how personable he is with the fans. He's a really great guy, and he's a legend. And I love the guy. He's an awesome dude. And now I have his signature on two autographs. One I kept in the box. I got him to sign it, and then I put it back in, and I'm not gonna open it. But so I have one for display and one for the box. And this isn't the signed one, but gives you an idea what the box looks like from the game. It's got the picture of the bobblehead, and it says bring in the beard." I think, yeah, "Bring in the beard." And then this one has his moments from the game, and then it's got the Archie Bradley picture of when he was pointing after getting on third, and then the 50 or not 50 20-year anniversary. We're not that old of a team, from '98 to 2018. So, and then it says National League wild card from the game that he was in. So anyway, that pretty much wraps it up for today. I just wanted to share that memory with you. It was really phenomenal to get to meet Archie Bradley. I guess I didn't really talk to him much, but I got to be by him. I took some pictures. He signed two of my bobbleheads, and I ended up getting 5 of those puppies. And it was just another great memory to add to my sports collection memories. And I just love it, and I can't wait to keep going with all this stuff. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button at the bottom. That would really help me out a lot, helping me improve my channel, expand it to a wider range of audiences. Other than that, you guys have a great rest of your day. God bless.